the first time Harris is saying she will eliminate taxes on tips for service and hospitality workers. I know you've been fact-checking and looking more into this. Is this indeed the first time that we're hearing about this potential policy from her?
Yeah, this is the first time that we've heard the vice president saying anything like this on the campaign trail. And if you want to go a step further, even better reason to even know that that is the case is because the former president is steaming about this right now, just putting on Truth Social, accusing Vice President Kamala Harris of stealing his idea. We do have the clip that Kamala Harris from her speech just a moment ago. I want you to listen to this in her own words. Take a listen here.
It is my promise to everyone here, when I am president, we will continue our fight for working families of America. Including to raise the minimum wage and eliminate taxes on tips for service and hospitality workers.
Can't understate enough how significant that is here in the state of Nevada. Las Vegas, prime example, where hotels, restaurants, the hospitality and service industry reign supreme among all others here in this region. And this is the most important part of the Democratic electorate. There have been elections in the past, Natasha, in which Democrats have lost every county here in Nevada, but one Clark County, that's where Las Vegas is, where we are right now, and still carried the statewide election. That is how critical this area is. And the way that you've seen former President Donald Trump making this vow about no taxation on tips, now Kamala Harris saying the same thing, it shows both of these campaigns are going after the hospitality industry and their voters with everything that they have, and just how significant of a role that is going to play when November comes around. Natasha?
Yeah, Robert, that is such an important point. And to your point, where I'm looking at this post 12 minutes ago from Donald Trump on Truth Social, saying that Harris's honeymoon period is ending, starting to get hammered in the polls, which is interesting. Just copied my no taxes on tips policy. The difference is she won't do it. She just wants it for political purposes, and it goes on. But I appreciate you highlighting that. Robert, very quickly, we also heard Harris trying to toughen her record on the border. Tell us more about that, because for many people, this is her perceived greatest weakness.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting is that, especially when we were in Arizona yesterday, which is a major border state and the major battleground state that is on the border, you even hear from Democratic voters who say that it is an issue. You're going to be very hard-pressed to find someone in this region who sees the U.S.-Mexico border as a non-issue. We've heard some Democratic supporters actually saying that the vice president needs to lean into that issue a little bit more, talk about it, acknowledge it, and say exactly what her plan for it is going to be. And you saw that ad that came out that Jorge has been fact-checking for NewsNation throughout the evening here. That is an ad in which the Harris campaign is putting a prime emphasis on the U.S.-Mexico border and leaning into her background as a prosecutor, saying that she is the one who has the tools and the know-how in order to fix it. Again, Republicans still view that as a top issue and an area of attack that they can go after the vice president on. But it is clear that her campaign strategy is to try and find some way to flip the script and turn it into some kind of a positive for the campaign, especially states such as Arizona, Nevada, where we are not too far away from the U.S.-Mexico border. It is something that people do talk about significantly.
Hey, thank you for watching. Please go to NewsNationNow.com, NewsNationNow.com, and you can find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button down below. Then you will get more of News Nation's fact-driven coverage.